So the preliminaries almost dispensed with, the team news. And so to Simeone's select. Heatwave going on back home, but this should not inconvenience these players. Superstars on both sides. The first ever.
Out of it now.
Right away, it was Lamar making his mark. It was shifted right to Diego Costa. And Atlético.
They lost a challenge on the halfway line now.
You lead 1-0.
Sergio Ramos, who's been sent off 19 times in the Liga, 24 times in total. That looks like it takes a deflection. That was deflected by Sergio Ramos. Let's have a look, see.
Jerry, I wonder whether Morata's
clever enough to let it run. And I'm not sure these two guys would get together and be a good formation, the two centre forwards, because they're similar. Into the far post there, off the right foot ankle of Sergio Ramos, and had Morata touched it.
Also very clever. Would he have been given offside if he touched it? I don't know.
Well, let's see again. I think the keeper had it covered. It was going to hit me. His teams are so fired up, and we've been chatting about it before the game kicked off. They're fired up. They want to win it. They're fortunate. And look at this, over the top. He's onside.
It's another race for Ramos to get back onside. Such a poor touch. Taken short this time to the back post by Madrid. It wasn't a bad one. Nacho is in there. Marcelo. Important for them, I think.
Yeah, they're a bit short of confidence again, and it's scoring goals now. Look at this.
Saul has got it. And it's 2. And João Felix weighs in with a goal for his new club.
They're not picking anybody up. And it's awful defending. It really is. And where's Odriozola? He might get forward, but he hasn't got. And a great opening debut goal in the derby for him. Oh, too easy, Paul Fika. And Sal gets to the byline. Too easy for me. Cuts it back.
Madrid, true to type, seem to have been working very, very hard while they've been here since the 0-0 against Guadalajara. But to do it against the famous all-white makes it all right indeed.
Well, that's a dream start for João Felix. He's come into the box. He had a great season last year, particularly backs Marcelo and Odriozola. It's the two centre halves left, 4-on-2. He should have scored, or he should
so easily be 3 down.
4 against 2. The other 2 are coming back. They're out of the
young left. It's nicely done by Koke. Brilliantly done. And it's 3. Oh, it's fantastic. They can't stop themselves from scoring. Correct.
Their first everything. Trippier wins this. The ball forward. Clever. Links it through. He's onside. He takes it right. It really is. Wonderful skills.
But Jerry, what are Real Madrid doing back?
Yeah, when this young boy comes. And I think that's a good partnership, really is. But the ball from Sal was a good ball, you're right. I think
Vinicius Junior didn't wait for Odriozola this time, and Oblak took one then.
Lukajovic has just stuck his foot out, trying to get a contact on it, and he does. Well, it's Jovic, I think, trying to get on the end of it, which he's entitled to. He's coming from a deep position. Nobody picks him up. Look at that pass. It's awful.
Saul won it back, and here we go again, and it's 4. And this is actually
very much there. The pass from Sergio Ramos is awful. Look at Modric on his back foot. Saul anticipates it, and when Saul wins it and gives it to him, Diego Costa's not going to miss. They are committing suicide. They really are awful. 4-0. This is going to be a huge defeat.
Diego Costa written off too soon, perhaps. He's got 2 here against Real. Could ever have envisaged. And straight away onto the head of Benzema.
Well, it was his left knee as I made the pull. Well, it's a silly challenge because in the first series, then there's a yellow.
Lamar. It's a good one.
To him, but they're not picking him up. Free header, he comes in from the edge of the box. Yeah, and this is awful. He has and they bring passion to that. There's a push in the
Benzema.
back. Push in the back. He just pushes him there and wins the ball. But even then, when he cushions it down, the shot seem to find as if they haven't got the key to open the lock.
From a long way out, Vinicius only fit for a team that's only played one game before tonight. And here's Kieran Trippier arriving in the box. It's a great ball by Trippier.
Super ball in, he whips it in. Oh, it's a great delivery. He's got to. I think Carvajal's going to end up getting in instead of. Oh!
That's a bit more like it, and Oblak gets a luck
in off the inside of the post, back into the hands of Oblak. Junior in the penalty area. He's closed down. It goes through the legs of Savage. Roll out. Oh, good ball, Odriozola.
Odriozola's pullback wasn't bad. Isco was arriving. Savage stood his ground. A new name to so many over here. Not for much longer.
This is brilliant skill from João Felix. He lays it off here, and there's the pass from Lamar. Now, one touch.
It's a penalty. Costa down the middle.
Straight down the middle. He opens his body up slightly, but Diego Costa.
Honestly, hardly anyone can believe this.
Well, I would say they've created at least 9 or 10 chances, and he's clever.
There may well be wholesale changes under Madrid. Diego Costa has got a hat-trick, and Atlético are in dreamland here. 26. Real Madrid a distant third with 68, and likely to go 6 behind in this game. They are 6 behind.
Navas. But what about the defence again? He's got a touch, and it's through the legs of Nacho. In this form, and he times his run perfectly through the legs of the defender, and he dinks it over there.
For Atlético Madrid, the assist by João Felix, as he was doing at Benfica.
On this form, he is on cloud 9. Honestly, every time he gets the ball, he looks like he's going to score.
Here's Marcelo. Still alive here. Modric won it back. Benzema goes for it.
Savage.
Eden Hazard. That's a bit more like it from Hazard, and they get one back. Real Madrid. The last touch might have been by Nacho.
Hits the left heel of Nacho. I don't know if he knows too much about it, but it hits him on the
Madrid jersey. Here it is, and he gets away from Correa.
Shows great determination. The ball in the net, and it was good play from Eden Hazard. That's a really positive attacking role he's shown there. Park, which is great to see, and De La Fuente's coming on, and Kubo is coming on. I'm looking forward to seeing Kubo.
It always does here. People need to put their arms down.
And now watch the challenge coming back from Diego Costa.
Carvajal actually took the first hit, and he didn't like it much. A couple of people down.
Yeah, but he's got red.
We're going to go with red. There's a man he can be to confront. Gareth Bale trying to inbound transfer for a player who just gives you everything every week. This is a fabulous run forward, and it's an even better finish.
No, don't they? But look at this run. Really strong, penetrating run, past one. Keeps going. Then he's going to come inside here, and he shows good body strength coming in on his right foot, and that's a great finish. Corner.
Dare I say, Jerry, one of the forgotten men.
One of the best goals of the night for me.
A little glimpse of his undoubted talent. He was a star at Sevilla. Atletico paid a lot of money for him, but so far he's not fired at all at Atletico.
It's Vitolo who's a sub, who's only been on, what, 3 or 4 minutes, and he's a class player. He's a left-sided midfield player, but he's come all the way. He's run a good fit.
Kieran Trippier, Carlos Munoz, Obero, Lucas Vazquez. Rodrigo's cross was...
Well, could this be the last game he plays for Real Madrid? He's trying to get in, he gets the header, doesn't head it downward though. He should have done better for me. Sanabria should have done better in terms of stopping him.
Last few years when they're being shown up so badly here.
Oh my goodness. Everything went right.
Full of performance out of Vitolo, and he's beginning to look like the player we saw at Sevilla.
He is. Here's a good run.
Is there to be a swan song for Gareth Bale? Concede again. He does concede again.
Herrera, he gets across him, and he was Real Madrid's top. That's some penalty, isn't it? Goal scorer last season with 21 goals.
In by Vazquez. Oblak, sharp stop. It's still alive for Real Madrid. Vazquez. Deflection on the cross, all along the goal line and turned in.
From De La Fuente, does it cross the line? Oh, it doesn't.
I'm not sure.
Gareth Bale on the end of it, heading it downwards. And, well, De La Fuente gets the header there and hits the post. I'm not sure that crosses the line.
I don't think it did, Jerry.
From Kubo from the edge of the box was fantastic.
And right on 90 minutes, the referee calls it off. Nobody's going to be fooled by what we saw in the last 10 minutes here when Real Madrid did get the ball in the net on a couple of occasions. For the preceding 85 minutes or more, they have been given a lesson.